right, a few quick safety rules. Please stay seated. We have low bridges we cross under. Stay seated. Stay inside the wooden railing around the perimeter. At the helm, under the two hatch doors, we have our life jackets. We have a safe record. We never had to use them the past 2.5 years. That's pretty good, huh? The river's 3 to 5 feet deep. You fall in, stand up, walk out. No smoking or use of tobacco products. And check and make sure your cell phone is in either silent or vibrate mode. Thanks. The Arneson River Theater. Did you see the movie Miss Congeniality starring Sandra Bullock? Miss Congeniality, the swimsuit contest, was filmed here on this stage. Did you see the boat that passed right by here in the movie? Did you all see the boat captain who was in the movie? That was somebody else. On our left, you head right upstairs to La Villita, the little village of old San Antonio, historic La Villita, the oldest neighborhood in the city. On our right side of the boat, the Briscoe Western Art Museum, named to honor a former governor, the late Dolph Briscoe. That was our library, 1930 to 1968. For years, it was the Hertzberg Circus Museum. The Briscoe Western Art Museum opened 7 years ago. Hey, we have a low bridge. Stay seated. Low bridge ahead. The Pressa Street Bridge, built in 1890 by the Berlin Iron Bridge Company of East Berlin, Connecticut. On the right side of our boat, Marriage Island, a very popular wedding spot under the cypress tree on Marriage Island. And right here, we have the old mill crossing. Back in the 1800s, there was a mill on the right bank where the Hotel Contessa is today. The old Nate Lewis mill. They ground wheat grain. Right here below the mill, San Antonio River was only a foot deep. It had limestone rock along the river bottom. It made this the ideal spot for horses and wagons to cross back and forth. Now, look up high on the left side of our boat, the Tower Life building, opened 1929 as Smith Young Insurance. 404 feet tall, 30 stories, neo-Gothic style architecture. 20 gargoyles near the top of the building extend out about 3 to 4 feet and serve as drainage downspouts. We have a heavy rainfall. Water pours out the mouth of the gargoyles. Then above the first floor, a pair of faces every 15 feet, known as grotesque. Very typical of neo-Gothic style. The gargoyles and grotesque are meant to guard and to protect the building. On the right side of our boat, the Homewood Suites Hotel. That building was the San Antonio Drug Company. 1919 to 1963, San Antonio Drug. Today, the Homewood Suites. Straight ahead of us, the Behar County Courthouse. 1896, the county's 4th courthouse. Architect James Riley Gordon, architectural style Richardson Romanesque. On our left, the Granada Homes Apartments for seniors. Originally the Plaza Hotel. It was our first Hilton. On the right side of our boat, one of 2 marinas where we park our boats at night, right there in the basement of the International Center. That building was our library, 68 to 96. Floodgate 4 rises out of the river. Right here, Floodgate 4. Down to our left, Floodgate 5. Now look back behind us. Floodgate number 5. It's a dam. The San Antonio River, it drops off 15 feet at Floodgate number 5 and flows southeast, winding 230 miles, 145 miles as a crow flies to the San Antonio Bay on the Gulf of Mexico. They've added another 8.5 miles of Riverwalk, hike, bike, jogging trail, a paddling trail. You can canoe and kayak Mission Reach south of town. On our left, the courthouse wedding chapel. You get married here, you place a lock on the chain link fence, then throw the key into the river like the famous bridge in Paris. Hey, 3 of those locks are mine. The bicycle lock's mine. Now, look up high on the right side of our boat, the old Alamo National Bank building. Drury renovated the old bank building into a hotel, the Drury Plaza Hotel. They added rooms on top of the parking garage. They excavated right through the wall of the man-made flood channel to the basement of the garage and constructed 650 feet of Riverwalk and footbridge in 2006. The project funded by the hotel. On the left side of our boat, Main Plaza. March 9th of 1731, 15 families arrived here from the Canary Islands. The Canary Islanders founded the San Fernando Cathedral, San Fernando. They set the cornerstone 1738. Straight ahead of us, the North Channel, the San Antonio River. It is spring-fed 4 miles north of here, up on the campus of the University of the Incarnate Word at the Blue Hole, and south of there in Brackenridge Park, near the San Antonio Zoo and Whitty Museum. Hey, look high straight ahead of us, the Ben Milam cypress, the twin-trunk native Montezuma cypress. It's over 300 years old. Legend is that Ben Milam was shot by a Mexican sniper perched in the tree during the Battle of Behar. Gate 3, look overhead. We have a flash flood. They drop floodgate 3 like a guillotine. They test it daily. They'll test it every afternoon around 3:15, 3:20. On the right side of our boat, they're restoring the old Whitty building into a boutique hotel. They're going to tear down the building directly to our right side and build a luxury apartment, floodgate apartments. And the Esquire, they'll save the Esquire building, but right up those stairs, Esquire Tavern, 1933, opened the day after Prohibition was repealed. The bar's 108 feet long. High on our right side, the Hilton Canopy Hotel opens this spring. The Hilton Canopy. On our left, the Drury Inn and Suites Hotel. The building opened in 1921 as city public service, electric and gas. We paid our electric bill down here years ago. On our left, St. Mary's Catholic Church, 1856, St. Mary's. On our right side of the boat, Aztec Theater, 1926. The front of the theater, right upstairs on St. Mary Street, it closed in 1984. Eventually was restored and reopened in 2006. Aztec Theater. Hey, Did you see the movie Selena starring Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo? The foot bridge, the Hugman Bridge, was in the movie. One of the scenes in the movie Selena, Jennifer Lopez was sitting on the bridge. Did you see the boat captain who was in the movie? On our left, the Omni La Mansión del Rio, the mansion on the river. That hotel opened for the 1968 World's Fair Hemisphere as the La Posada Inn. The site was originally the St. Mary's School for Boys, founded 1853. It evolved into St. Mary's University and School of Law. St. Mary's outgrew the downtown campus, relocating northwest of downtown. Now, I'm going to show you an optical illusion. The old Nix Hospital building. From down here, it looks like a 26-story freestanding wall. As we come out from underneath this bridge, you're going to look straight up in the air on our left. As we come out from underneath the bridge, look straight up in the air on the left side of our boat. How about that? The Nix Hospital opened 1930. Carol Burnett, born here 1933. Carol Burnett. They just closed the Nix Hospital. The building was sold to a developer. They're going to renovate the old hospital building into a hotel.
Yeah, we walked right by.
But they have a hospital, pharmacy, clinic, doctor's offices, ambulance service, and a parking garage under one roof. One of the first full-service, fully air-conditioned hospitals in the country. Now look high straight ahead of us. The Hyatt Regency Riverwalk. The hotel opened 1981. They limited the height of that hotel to 16 stories so as not to cast a shadow on the Alamo when the sun sets. You can head from the Riverwalk through the Hyatt Regency up the beautifully landscaped walkway to the Alamo. The Paseo del Alamo, the passage to the Alamo. Have you been up to the Alamo? I have relatives who fought there. My aunt and uncle fought there last week at the gift shop. Now look overhead, we have the Crockett Street Bridge. It's identical to the Presa Street Bridge, built in 1890 by Berlin Iron Bridge of East Berlin, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
On the right side of our boat, the Casino Club building, opened 1927. The Casino Club, it was a German social club founded by the German immigrants, 1853. There are apartments upstairs. One of the apartments was once home to a well-known author, Alex Haley. He wrote the book Roots. It became a television miniseries, 1977. This is River Square. Floating right through the River Square. Now look up on the right side of our boat, the Clifford Building. 1941, Robert Hugman, father of the Riverwalk, the architect who designed the Riverwalk, had his office where the restaurant is, proving a business could survive here once flood control measures were implemented. On the right side of our boat, Casa Rio, 1946. The oldest restaurant on the Riverwalk, Casa Rio. Now look up high, straight ahead of us. The Hilton Palacio del Rio, the palace on the river. H.B. Zachary built that hotel in 202 working days, 7.5 months from the date they broke ground to the date the guest checked in. Modular construction, the rooms were stacked like Lego blocks. Built at H.B. Zachary headquarters south of town, constructed on an assembly line, furnished at that site. Furnished rooms were carried here on flatbed trucks, then lifted with cranes. Hey, we're now entering the man-made Hemisphere extension. The man-made addition of San Antonio River, built for the 1968 World's Fair Hemisphere held here 52 years ago. We had 7 million visitors for the World's Fair. 30 million visitors a year to the city today. They've excavated, landscaped, planted all these trees. They excavated from street level down. They built the Chamber of Commerce. There used to be a J.C. Penney right here at Commerce and Alamo. We're floating through the basement of the old J.C. Penney. All right, if you all look up on the left side of our boat, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, founded by German immigrants, 1868. The German immigrants, Lutherans, founded St. John's over on Nueva Street. And the Catholics, St. Joseph's, right up here on Commerce Street, 1868. Look up on the right side of our boat, high above the downtown skyline, the Tower of the Americas, opened for the World's Fair 52 years ago, Hemisphere 1968. 622 feet to the rooftop, 750 feet to the top of the antenna. The second tallest freestanding observation tower in the United States. Do you know what the tallest is? The stratosphere. Las Vegas stratosphere, 1,000 feet. Our tower, 622. Seattle Space Needle, 606. That tower has the observation level at the very top, and below that, the Chart House. The Chart House restaurant, it revolves. The shops at River Center opened as River Center Mall 1988, 32 years ago. Shops at River Center. Look up on our left side of the boat. We have a lemon tree. Meyer lemons on our left.
None of them are low enough to pick.
Look up on the left side of our boat. There's an orange tree on our left. That's an orange tree. They just picked oranges. You can head in the door straight ahead of us, right by the Ghirardelli chocolate, up the escalator, out that door by the IMAX theater to the Alamo, right out to the back of the Alamo. Hey, do you